I'm getting real sick of this happening constantly. I could have sworn the last patch notes said they would stop Zoanthropes from double zapping you. It seems like it happens more than ever now. Okay. I'm not 100% sure if it happens more than ever now. Recently, I've been having some pretty good luck against Zoanthropes. For whatever reason, I've only seen, like, a Zoanthrope spawn in with, like, a Lictor or a Ravener. And I haven't seen double Zoe in, I don't know, like, a couple operations. You know, that said, the teams I've been on have been able to basically just mow them down. We've been able to hardcore put out a lot of DPS into Zoanthropes before they can really become a problem. A lot of this stuff is spacing as well. That said, I haven't seen the beam attack in a long time. I think there's one operation that I put out recently where, like, I was hit by a beam attack through a wall, but I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, I don't know. Zoanthropes, I gotta say, since the patch, Zoanthropes haven't been that big of an issue for me, personally. But I've been waiting for somebody to kind of put out a clip of a recent patch Zoanthrope to kind of see where they stand now, you know, within the game's enemy hierarchy. And I genuinely don't know if they're more annoying than Spore Mines now. They used to be, but personally for me, I've been dealing with Zoanthropes pretty cleanly recently. I've been trying out a lot of different weapons also, but I also have the Neo Volkite pistol on most of my builds at Relic. Well, you know, the builds I can use it. But okay, that said, let me know in the comments how you guys have been dealing with Zoanthropes recently, and let's get into this clip to see how problematic it really is. All right, so, oh wow, this is a bad position to be at. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, yeah, look, that was triple beam. Dude, unfortunately, we don't get to see too much of this clip. Like, we pretty much just go right into, yeah, right into being in an enclosed space with two Zoanthropes. I gotta say, this is not the best spot for this enemy at all. 1, 2 beams, and then another beam. But you can even see the other beam comes out after he was unshielded. Like, basically, once the shield transfers, they were spamming that beam. I love how the assault... I love how the assault jumps in with a jetpack just to just to res their teammate. I like that energy. Oh god, look, another beam. Yeah, that was a rough beam attack, and another beam attack. Dude, this guy is getting some really bad luck with these beams. I feel so sorry for this player, dude. I can understand why they put out this clip, because this does seem like frustrating to deal with. Also, a lot of the pauses are in the video. That's not me. You know, I pause here and there, but yeah. So, okay. Okay, that said, I want to point out one of these dodges. Like, yeah, that pause right there was not me. I want to point out one of these dodges that I think they did perfectly. First of all, I think they're in a bad position here. Double Zoanthropes. Okay, that one's shielded right there. That one is shield. Wait, what? Wait, that was a beam shield. Wait, isn't a shielded Zoanthrope? Oh, wait, no, it's actually just... I thought shielded Zoanthropes weren't supposed to attack at all, but yes, that's been something... specifically, they're supposed to attack less often. So, what was that, 6 beams? Dude, that's crazy. I feel so bad for this player. What are they playing? I didn't even really know. Oh, they're playing sniper, I believe. Oh, wow, bad day to not have a bolt sniper. Bad day to not have an LF. They have the bolt carbine, which isn't great for range. And then they're playing with an assault and a vanguard, so, geez, yeah, their ranged attacks aren't the best right now. Yeah, all right. So, yeah, I still want to point out that dodge. Because some of these dodges they're going to the side with, and we all know how busted the hitbox is with these Zoanthrope beam attacks. Dude, yeah, I gotta say, these beam attacks right here are obviously pretty bad. They're obviously pretty bad. Yep, there's a beam attack that get hit by that. He goes for the bolt carbine shots. Yeah, just taking it down. Yeah, see how he dodged that one? How he kind of dodged forward? Basically using the speed of the beam against itself, since it's super wide, right? I feel like getting the iframes past the beam is the way you want to go about it. You don't want to dodge to the side anymore, because we all know the hitbox is broken on it. It's not at all like the Neurothrope hitbox. But yeah, once you see the beam coming down, try to visualize it like it's the area of effect move for like the Hive Tyrant or the Neurothrope. You know, like how when they are on the ground, they put out those green circles, you know, basically. Yeah, just picture it like that. Try to dodge forward, which is honestly kind of tracks because it has a super wide hitbox for whatever reason. So yeah, basically just try to dodge into, I won't say into the beam, but try to dodge past the beam rather than dodging away from the beam. I think that's the best way to deal with the beam attacks. Still though, with that said, this was a bad position to be in, for sure. And, you know, the sniper didn't have the right weapon to deal with double Zoanthrope, in this situation at least. And, yeah, I mean, those beam attacks are still kind of a pain. They're definitely still a pain. Outside of, you know, obviously... Dude, I just think they should just overall just nerf the beam attacks. Like honestly, I know Zoanthropes are supposed to be menacing enemies, but like the beam attacks for 99% of the players just don't operate the way that they think it should, basically, or it doesn't operate the way they react to it, basically. I don't know. It's a tough situation. I can see Zoanthropes getting another nerf, but I gotta be honest. I haven't been in a Zoanthrope situation like this in a long time. Yeah, they can still be problematic, but that dodge right there shows me that they do have what it takes to deal with these Zoanthropes. But yeah, the thing is, the beam attack is getting spammed by both of them here, so I don't know. Genuinely speaking, I just think they should just nerf the beam attack damage. I'm not too sure what difficulty they're playing on here. And the damage doesn't even seem that bad. Like, he survives that, which is kind of crazy. I don't know. Let me know in the comments how you guys feel about it. I think this was... Honestly, he was able to play around this, but that said, this was definitely a tough situation. And a tad bit problematic with how the two Zoanthropes spammed the beam attack here. But yeah, let's go into some reactions. Let me know in the comments how you feel about this situation. This is definitely a sweaty situation. Yeah, the hitbox on this is like 3 times wider than it looks. You can see it on the ground. Best to dodge towards it and through it. Yeah. We saw a pretty good showcase of that in this clip, to be honest, but I'm glad other people are starting to realize, you know, basically just try to visualize it like one, yeah, I said it before, but like those green circle attacks. Is sniper, brings carbine, gets down by zones. Not sure what else to say, mate, but this really is on you. I wouldn't go that far. Yes, the carbine was a bad matchup here, but like, what is he supposed to never use the carbine? You know what I mean? How is the carbine nowadays? I should probably try it out. I know I tried out the Oculus. The Oculus is pretty good. They're kind of similar. Yeah, okay. Brings the carbine, gets down by zones. It's the only thing that's really on him is getting into the corner there. I would be playing around the hallway, basically, against Zoanthropes. Even though you can still get hit through the walls with beams, which is still crazy. That's another reason why I think the beams should be nerfed. It's just like they don't operate on the same rules of reality of the game, so it's like you should just nerf them just to make them unproblematic. That said, if Zoanthropes is spam 2 beam attacks, well, I guess it's actually more like 3 beam attacks. If you just get 3 beam attacks thrown at you, you know, it's a problem. It can be a problem for sure. But yeah, the carbine's not the greatest against Zoanthropes, but yeah, I wouldn't put this all on him. I feel like it's 50-50. 50 on the player, and then 50 on the problems of Zoanthropes. Watching this made me feel a slight twinge of rage. I never heard of twinge before, but okay. Yeah, look, Zoanthropes can be a problem. That felt like it was the perfect situation for them to be a problem. I gotta be honest. They also, the RNG wasn't good. They did spam the beam attacks quite often there. And the bolt carbine isn't the best for Zoanthropes. Well, honestly, if he got a little closer, it probably would have been good. It's mostly the assault that has a problem with the Zoanthropes in that clip. I'm not too sure what weapon they're using, but they weren't using the Neo-Volkite pistol. And then they also had a Vanguard, who I wasn't too sure what weapon they were using either. So, pretty much, if you're the sniper in that clip... yeah, honestly, that's just bad. That's kind of bad team synergy. If you're the sniper there, and if you have it within your control to switch your weapons when you see it, an assault and a Vanguard, definitely switch to, like, a bolt sniper or the LF. just because that team's range damage is super bad. It's very bad. Like, Vanguard has some pretty good range damage compared to Assault, but Vanguard's primaries really aren't specialized for range damage. That said, they do have the Neo-Volkite pistol also. Honestly, that Zoanthrope situation would have been a lot easier to deal with if they just had Neo-Volkite pistols, basically. Also with the Vanguard primaries, it's like, I want to try out the Instigator, the Burst. I feel like the Burst would have been good in that situation. Just the Oculus. The Oculus is more like a medium range to long range, or no, medium range to short range. And I feel like the Assault and the Vanguard in that clip were kind of playing away from the Zoanthropes. That said, I mean, the Assault did get a big res. But yeah, let me know in the comments if you guys still think Zoanthropes are a problem. Maybe I've ran into some easy mode Zoanthropes or something, or like the perfect situation where they're just going up the stairs, and you know, if they're going up something, I think you can throw a grenade and hit them, because it really depends how close they are to the ground. Yeah, I don't know, just throw crack grenades and boom, problem solved, basically. Yeah, I know. Yeah, you know, I know you can't always just pick up a crack grenade and just take out a Zoe with it, but there are ways to just absolutely trivialize Zoanthropes. They're not always going to be a problem. I think Neo-Volkite pistols are a pretty good way to deal with it within the team synergy that we saw. But, you know, that said, definitely save your crack grenades for Disc Shamans and Zoanthropes and Sorcerers as well. Those are really good enemies to pretty much one-shot with a crack grenade with. So, I don't know. Again, let me know in the comments how you guys have been dealing with Zoanthropes recently. And thanks for watching.